everyone, I am Johnny Maysicras. In today's video, I will discuss about the types of plane of the body, which includes the sagittal plane, the coronal plane, and the transverse plane. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first type of plane of the body is about the coronal plane, or also known as the frontal plane, which divides the body into the front and back, or the interior and the posterior side. So this coronal plane is an anatomical term describing an imaginary division between an organism's dorsal and ventral halves. So dorsal indicates an area toward the back and spine, while ventral indicates the direction away from the spine, typically toward the ground. So this video is an example of coronal plane.
This exercise is an example of coronal plane. It's because it comprises of adduction and abduction of the shoulder and hips respectively.
And the second type of plane of the body is about the sagittal plane, which cuts the body to the left and right halves, forward and backward movement, and it runs parallel to the longitudinal axis of the organism, or from the mouth to the tail. So this plane exercise involves the flexion and extension joint motion. So this is an example of the sagittal plane.
This exercise is an example of sagittal plane. It's because the movement is from forward and backward.
And lastly is the transverse plane, or also known as the horizontal plane, which cuts the body into top and bottom halves, and twisting movements of rotation types of movement occur in this plane. So an example is this video.
This exercise is an example of transverse plane. It's because it cuts the body into top and bottom halves.
And that's it for today's video, and I hope you have enjoyed and learned something about this lesson, which is about the coronal plane, sagittal plane, and the transverse plane. So